Okay, so I'm no relationship expert, but I will tell you this. I'm sure you've heard this before, but I'm just going to say it in my own words, I guess. You have got to heal before you get in a relationship. Okay, I'm seeing way too many people, friends of mine even, that jump from one to the next to the next to the next. There's like no time in between. They just, okay, I'm single again, I'm hurting, I'm gonna get ready for the next one. A house can't stand on no foundation. That's how when I picture mentally, when I picture it in my head, people getting in a relationship who aren't healed, or at least in the process of healing, you're building your house on a very weak foundation, and it's gonna do these. It's gonna do one of these jobs. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not an expert, but there are so many people out there that I've seen that they're hurt, or or not even if they're hurt, they don't realize they're hurting, or they've been in a tough relationship, or something happens, and instead of taking the time to learn more about themselves, to take care of their stuff, they immediately get right back on the horse and they are ready to go on to another relationship. And it's like, again, picture the house that can't stand because of a weak foundation. You will not do some relationships work? Sure. Of course, like anything else. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, right? But you have got to heal. Because here's the thing. In the beginning of the new relationship, the puppy love kicks. I don't want to say puppy love. That doesn't sound nice. But, the infatuation part kicks in. You're all into each other. Everything's wonderful. The honeymoon period, as they say. And then what happens? It's just natural. Eventually, things get stale. Old wounds come up, right, in other forms. There's an old saying. If you haven't learned a lesson or haven't healed, you're going to keep meeting the same people but in different forms. You are. It's happened to me. It happens to people I know. Okay? So you've got to heal. And no, look, can a person ever be 100% healed? I don't think so. I think part of this life is to be percentage-wise. I don't want to give a percentage because that's I don't like quantifying things like that. But the point is, there are certain things that we as people need to learn before going on and involving someone else. Because here's the thing. No one is going to make you. You think, oh, they make me feel happy. They make me feel wonderful. They make me this, make me that. I read someone today who posted, and I'm happy for them. I am. But a part of me's like, nobody can make you anything. Okay? And not only that, but you're putting way too much pressure on the other person. That honeymoon phase is still there, and you're putting it on social media. And again, a part of me, even though it's wonderful, look, if it was me and someone wrote that about me, a part of me would feel, oh, how sweet, that's wonderful. But there's another part of me that would be like, boy, you're putting a lot of pressure. Because eventually that honeymoon phase is going to die. It's natural. So what's left? What's left when that honeymoon is over? Now, Bruce Lipton, who I love, he talks about how the body heals and all that other stuff. He says, like, the goal to having health or to being happy is to constantly be in the honeymoon phase with everything. But he also says you can't get that from an outside source. That's got to come from within. You have to be good in here no matter what. Now, of course, if somebody leaves or you guys break up, there's going to be some pain, of course. But you have to be good enough. That foundation still has to be sturdy. You know, I'm seeing I hope I'm explaining myself correctly. I just feel there's been a lot of people who jump from one to the next. They don't give themselves time to heal. And eventually, stuff breaks apart again. You know, you got to heal. And again, no one's ever going to be 100% healed. I don't think that's the way it works. But you have to get to a point to where if things don't work out, you're not going to be devastated. You're not going to be distraught. And again, you never know how you're going to feel until it happens. But you can't put that kind of pressure on somebody else. And again, to me, it comes down to, why would I invite someone into my mess? You know what I mean? I got to clean my house first. You know, like, it's funny. You know, I just had I don't want to say wonderful, but a pretty neat analogy, I think. You know, like you clean your house for company. You got to clean your house for the next relationship. Your metaphorical house. You got to clean that up, because eventually the mess is going to pop up if you don't. You've got to clean up. Just as you would clean the house up for we're having company over. Got to clean the house. You got to clean house in here, before you let somebody else in. There's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. Nothing's going to be perfect when things start, of course. But you've got to do your part. We have to do our part before we let somebody else in. And if there are kids involved, even more so. So, hope that made sense. See you later.